Anthony Slater from the Bay Area, who's on the beat covering the Warriors for The Athletic. He and Shams Charania were the first to report earlier today that Klay Thompson had been cleared for practice as he enters the final ramp-up stage. And you say that he's trending toward Christmas to play his first game in about 2 years. Slater and then our old colleague Steve Kerr threw some cold water on that just a couple of moments ago, saying, I don't know where that came from. So can you explain your story and what Steve Kerr meant earlier tonight at the podium?
Yeah, I think what matters here is what NBA practices are in the season. And I mean, you know as well as I do, veterans usually take those off. Sometimes there's some game planning. Klay Thompson is physically capable of doing that. He doesn't necessarily have to be in the game planning or the shell drill. What matters is the scrimmages. He spent this past week, scrimmaging at home while the Warriors were on the road with guys like Dante Exum, some other pros, fringe pros. And came through that really well. And that means he can now ramp up over the next month playing scrimmages with, back end of the roster guys after practices. He's capable of doing all the strenuous stuff on the court. The body is ready for that. And if it responds well over the next month, the belief is it's trending towards December 20th potentially at home, December 23rd at home, or December 28th at home, because the Warriors have said they will debut him at home, not on the road.
Having not played since the spring of 2019, what are the Warriors saying about how they'll use Klay once he returns, and what are their fears once he returns?
Yeah, I mean, and to contextualize that too, he was very close off the ACL last time and then hurt the Achilles. So I think that adds an extra layer of precaution for them during this kind of late stage of rehab. But, Klay's even admitted it himself. He thinks he'll probably come back to 18 to 24 minutes a game to start. I would expect him not to necessarily play on both sides of back-to-backs, being eased into the rotation as his, and everything will be about how his body responds to this and, every next stage of this. But the belief is by, February, March, April, they hope to, get him back to his 34-minute load, basically.
What's the latest, Slater, on James Wiseman?
Yeah, he has. The thought was he was going to be cleared this past week and was going to be able to actually, participate in those 5-on-5 scrimmages with Klay Thompson, but he wasn't cleared. And Steve Kerr actually mentioned the name Jaren Jackson and what happened last year with Jaren Jackson, who felt like he was close, but it seemed like that rehab with the meniscus tear, which is very delicate in this late stage, kept going. And so all we know at this point is James Wiseman has not been fully cleared to scrimmage yet in 5-on-5 sets.